Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark. Kellogg and Grant Hill on the sidelines. Ali LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Horde. That three off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Here's Laverne. Three-pointer. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Here's Lloyd. Launches a three. Gets hauled in by Schofield. Here they come with numbers in transition. Maladon pass to Schofield.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Harrison. 5 on the clock. Here's Aginsa. And that one's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Lloyd. For three. Fires in the triple.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Lloyd's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in.
Away team foul. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Harrison. Three-pointer. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And here are the latest power rankings. A good picture of how these teams have played coming into February. They're holding in the same spot, looking to climb the rankings.
You know, right now for the visiting team, they're sitting in a good position now with the top spot in reach, but it's been a very uneven season for them overall with plenty of challenges.
Board no good. Pass to Aginsa. Takes the three. The shot off that time. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Lloyd. Here's Horde.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
The home team on D. Here's Lloyd. Plus the three after using the pump fake. Lloyd's got 6.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Here's Harrison. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. And here they come. Pass to Horde. Knocked away.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
From downtown. A minute 53 left to play in the first quarter. It's hauled in by Schofield.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Tries it from 19. The rebound by Horde.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Leaps for it, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Lloyd. Off target with the three. To the paint. Pass to Maladon. Here's Schofield. Here's Laverne. Off target from outside. Here's Horde. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. He buries it from three.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Here's Harrison. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Pass to Horde. Here's Schofield. And the three off target. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Oh, swiped away. Here's Laverne. Pass to Schofield. They set the pick. Fires for three. Counted from distance. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. They're up by one, and we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
Just 5 to shoot. Sinks it from distance.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Down low. Here's DeColo. And the 10-footer finds the target.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Here's Randolph. Yet to see a basket. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
There's the triple. And can't connect on that one. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Takes a three. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Going inside and denied. He sends it right off the glass. There's the three. The rebound by Jackson. Randolph's gone 1 for 3 on the night. dunk by Jackson.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Lets it go from deep. That shot missing. Out left to the wing. Pass to Lee. A minute 53 left in the first half of this one. Had the space there, but it's offline.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
On target from range. Lee's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Shooting threes hasn't done them much good. They may want to revise their strategy.
Here's DeColo. He has 7. Black passes to Jackson. There's a screen. Clock at 6. Off target from three-point range.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Randolph gets the 3 ball to go. Randolph's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And with his height, the defense unable to impact the shot on the closeout.
Here's Lee, and counted from 12 feet.
Nice job to recognize the lack of D in that medium range area.
Lee's gone 2 of 4 so far tonight. Pass to Randolph. To the inside. And that one is hammered home.
That's a hard spot to be in as a defender now. Giving up that much height, very hard to protect the rim.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Black. Here's DeColo. They set the screen. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. DeColo's got 9 points.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Out to the right wing. Picked it out of midair. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. They're up by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Acclimating to the league is not that easy. These guys are already accepting the challenges and the rigors of the NBA, and they're crushing it. I'm surprised.
One thing that's kept them close, putting in work on the offensive glass. They're feasting on second chances.
Yeah, they've been active, and they're playing with intensity.
Appreciate you joining.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've got Teo Maladon, and it's Ajinça at the 3 from behind the arc. Harrison, no good. Here's Lloyd for the tie. Rebounded by Ajinça.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. And it was maybe a step out of his range.
Lloyd. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often. And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleek. Clearly out of sync to begin this half, 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Here's Harrison. Knocks down the long K. 9 points in the game.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Here's Ajinça. Drives to the hoop. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Team foul.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
They set the pick from deep three-point land. Offensive rebound. Gabriel. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Harrison, the pass to Maladon. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. No good that time. Hoop poked away. Driving to the basket. Out to the right wing. Off the mark there with a 3. Here's Horde. Pure from three-point range. Horde's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
The shot. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Horde. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
2 minutes.
To the wing, right side. Schofield. Great look, but off the mark.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
1:44 left to play in the 3rd quarter. And that misses. That would have put him up. Lloyd's gone 2 for 7 from the field. Here's Harrison. Knocks it down from distance. Harrison's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Over to the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Buries it from 3. Schofield's got 8 points.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Pass to Gabriel. On Thursday, and then on Tuesday.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Harrison. 14 points for him. Fires the 3. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
What a performance. Hit 2 from beyond the arc in the first half, and he's added 3 more since.
And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. The deep 3. Randolph grabs the miss. Knocks down the triple. He has 7.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Here's Schofield. Give him 8 points now. Inside.
Hold your turn. Away team ball. Substitution on the court.
Here's Randolph. Good if it goes. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Up by 8. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Shot from the top of the key. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
From outside the arc, hits the trifecta.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Here's DeColo. Black passes to Lee. Fires it. The shot that time not on target.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
No luck on that one. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Sinks the tray.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Hits a three-pointer.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Launches it. He can't get it to go.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
The three is up.
Ball is turned over. Away team ball. Substitution on the court.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Here's Lloyd. The quick look, no good that time.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Here's Lee. Pass to Black. Here's DeColo. Here's Black. Here's DeColo. There's a screen. 5 to shoot. 4-3. They grab their own miss. Lee on the wing. The three. Jackson. And at last, they get one to fall.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Pass to Horde, looking to win the run. That one no good. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Horde's got 11 in the second half. The three is up. The rebound by Horde.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Fires the three. The shot no good. Here's DeColo. It's stolen. Here's Randolph. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Randolph's gone 2 of 7, struggling a bit. Here's Lee. And the three-pointer goes. Lee's got 6 here in the quarter.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Pass to Randolph. Here's Horde, defended by Jackson. Horde no good. Here's DeColo. Beyond the arc. The three ball. The rebound by Horde. And here's the fast break. Let's go with a three. Nails it from three. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's DeColo. From deep. The rebound by Horde. Here's the break. Fires away from way outside. Puts up a deep three. And so they get the victory here at home. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Marjanovic. He's out there with Baldwin. And it's Biberovic in at the shooting guard position. 5 to shoot. Wing shot on the way. And the jumper falls for him. Here's Harrison. From the top of the key, the shot goes in. First shot, first basket. Here's Baldwin. Here's Melly. Rebounded by Ajinça. about 1 minute into the first. A three-pointer is right on target.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Baldwin. Jacks up a three. Connects from three-point range.
Mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Now, here's Melodon. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Baldwin, covered by Ajinça. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And that one misses. Pass to Laverne. Here's Harrison. Back to Laverne. Deflects the pass. Lets the three fly. It's good from long range.
And remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
They set the pick. Here's Biberovic. Lets it go from deep. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Paladon passes to Harrison. Shot clock at 6 to the right side. Here's Schofield, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They're holding tight, still looking for ways to move up.
When you look at this visiting team, they've been sinking on this list to start out the year. Not what they or really anyone else expected, but that's why you play the game.
Pass to Hayes. They set the pick. Here's Biberovic. Takes the three. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Biberovic has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Traps in the tray. Harrison's got 5.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Here's Biberovic. Pass to Baldwin. Marjanovic kicks to Baldwin. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Knocks down the 3 ball. Baldwin's got his second bucket tonight.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Hayes. Still yet to score. Fires the 3. Pass to Ajinça. Here's Harrison. Here's Schofield. Sinks the three-pointer.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's Baldwin. Now here's Hayes, covered by Ajinça. Here's Biberovic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
Here's Schofield. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Now Hayes. Up in time, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Leading. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Covered by Lee. Here's the 3. Hands it from downtown.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's DeColo. From outside the arc, it's good. The assist this time from Jackson. DeColo's got 6 points in the quarter.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
On Friday, then on Thursday.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Drills the three-pointer. DeColo's got 9.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Here's Gutteridge. Still scoreless. Pass to Colson.
Oh!
Yes, sir.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Whitey the pass to Jackson. From past the arc. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Down low. Stolen away. On the wing, Jackson fires the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Jackson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Gutteridge. Fires, high post. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's DeColo, covered by Birch. DeColo can't get it to go. Colson passes to Gutteridge. In the corner, it's Birch. Pass to Colson. Shot clock at 5. Shoots. And the shot no good, a bit short. On the wing, Jackson. There's Lee with the 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. To the middle. It's good on the putback.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
And the basket by Jackson.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
The 3 bangs home the trifecta. Gutteridge has got 5.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
DeColo, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The D is there, but not present enough. You can't just be there. You got to disrupt and get in the face of the shooter.
covered by Lee. Pass to Gutteridge. Lets it fly. Offensive rebound. To the paint. Over to the wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 5. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the half. There's DeColo. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Doesn't get it to drop for him.
And, you know, you can see in his eyes, he knows that is not a dunk he should have missed.
Sinks the triple.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Puts up a deep 3. That shot off the mark. Puts up a 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that does it for the first half of play. They're up by 11. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half, we were doing some dribbling drills. So, Kenny, as the point guard here, I want you to rank our handle. And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the home team. Thanks for spending halftime.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. They've got Harrison. He's out there with Maladon. And it's Ajinça in at the 3. He's got Hayes. Marjanovic is out there with Baldwin. And it's Biberovic in at the 2-guard spot. And Hayes kicks to Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. And a miss there on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The shot by Harrison, no good. Here's Baldwin. He's got 6. Pass to Biberovic. For 3. Laverne grabs the miss. Biberovic has gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. There's the 3. And it's Laverne missing.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Here's Baldwin. Defended by Laverne. A nice shot by Baldwin.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Inside, Laverne with the steal. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. The shot by Schofield, no good.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Melli passes to Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. Trains it from beyond the arc. Baldwin's got 11.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
This one for 3, and that one's good. Harrison.
Imano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And it's Melli with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
Right wing, here's Ajinça. Off target from outside. Ajinça's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Pass to Baldwin. To the left side wing. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Hayes drills it from outside.
There's no way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Shot's good by Laverne.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Baldwin. 13 points in the game. Here's Biberovic. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Biberovic has got his second basket of the night. There's the pick. Fires from deep. The rebound by Biberovic.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Here's Melodon. And it's off from three-point range. Now here's Hayes. He's covered closely. And Hayes throws it down.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Now here's Melodon. No scoring in this one. Buries it from three-point range.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. And that one's good. Biberovic. Melodon passes to Ajinça. Plenty of space. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Biberovic. He's got 6. Laverne grabs the miss. Laverne's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Melodon. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Lee, and it's Whitey in at the 4 spot. Now here's Jackson. Jackson with the screen. Can't connect from long distance. Here's Colson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Here's DeCola. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land. DeCola's got 20.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Covered by Lee. Lets it go from the wing. No good. Shot missing. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Good on the triple.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Pass to Birch. 4 on the shot clock. Shot to stop the run. Not going to go that time. Here's DeColo. Off target. That was a little heat check. Well, Greg, they're making a valiant effort to come all the way back. Wow.
And they need to take care of the basketball. Plenty of time. No need to force anything. I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
No good from Lee. Lee's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Birch the pass to Colson. Here's Gutteridge. Drives to the hoop. And he goes in for the dunk.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Gutteridge.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter.
Going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. There's Lee with the 3. Lee with another miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And he lays it straight in.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
As they've been difficult to stop lately.
Yeah, and this run could stretch out that lead even more.
To the inside. And it ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Gutteridge, the pass to Colson. There's a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was just touched by Lee. 1:10 left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Hayes. Marjanovic, a screen on Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. That one drops. He ties it up.
And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
54 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1.
2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. Now here's Lee. .36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Got it! And you can feel the crowd react as one.
Guys, what a blast of energy that just sent through this entire building.
With the drive. Pass to Biberovic. Here's Melly. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Baldwin. Covered by Lee. Here's the screen. Full time!
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
62 seconds on the clock.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Hello, and here we go. It's Thursday night in the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Ali LaForce will be with us courtside. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Boban Marjanovic. Nico Melli is out there with Hayes. And it's Peperovic in at the shooting guard position. Pass to Horde. Fires from deep. That one doesn't drop. Here's Hayes. From the arc. Rebounded by Gabriel. Here's Horde. He drops it from range.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Takes it inside.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Graham. Here's Lloyd. This one for three. Gets the three to fall.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Pass to Peperovic. And here's Hayes. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Lloyd. The three. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2. Here's Horde. He's defended by Hayes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Horde no good. Horde's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. There's a screen. Pass to Baldwin. Boom! He jams it straight down.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Here's the three. Horde no good.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Baldwin. That three's off the mark. Pass to Horde.
Away-team foul.
Connects from downtown. Horde's got 6 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Baldwin, the pass to Melli. The ball's knocked loose. To the left wing. In transition.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the first. Baldwin, the pass to Hayes. Puts up a three. That shot is off. Here's Lloyd to the right side. Jacks up a three, and that one's good. Ward, 9 points in the game. Ward's gotten half of his three-pointers to go in. 3 for 6. And there's the screen. Hayes for three. Drops in the three.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
Bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback. He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Fast break, here we go. Jokubaitis drills it from deep.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Here's Baldwin. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. Pass to Randolph. Launches a three. And no good. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And there's a pick. Launches it. It's Hayes with the rebound. Here's Guterich. Pass to Hayes. There's a screen by Birch. And he's going for the lob. And Birch slams it in.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. Up 2. And we'll be back in just a minute with the... And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Randolph. He's guarded by Birch. Just 3 to shoot. Fires the three. Nails it from beyond the arc.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
To the middle. To the wing on the left. Here's Guterich. Three-pointer, no good.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Pass to Randolph. Here's the three. Sends it home from three-point land.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. To halt the run, drains the triple. 5 points in the game.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Takes a three. He's off on that one. Randolph's gone just 1 of 5 from deep here. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And he makes the first.
The away team. Goodering. 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Misses the three.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Guduric. There's a screen by Birch. Inside. Got it off in time to beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Here's Randolph. The three. He can't hit that time.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Here's the pick. Here's Guduric. No good with the triple. Pass to Randolph. The three ball. Well, he's now 2 for 7 after that bucket.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. On Friday and then on Sunday.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence. Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
They set a pick. From behind the arc. Right wing. For three. That shot, no good. We've got 1:08 left in the half. Guduric can't hit. He's guarded by Birch. Pass to Randolph. There's the three. Drops in the three. Randolph's got 9 points now in the quarter.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Here's Guduric. Oh, there's the alley. There's the steal. 30 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Stripped away. And he lays it in off the breakaway. He has 7. Here's Randolph. 9 points in the game. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And that'll do it for the first half of play. Up 10. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
You take a look at the visitors. This is when it starts to get real. You pass the opening night energy, and you're not as well rested.
And switching gears now to that first half. What a difficult start for the visiting team.
They're getting cooked from...
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Pass to Horde. Puts up a 3. Some solid defense from Hayes. They've got Nico Melli. He's out there with Hayes. And it's Marjanovic in it to 5.
Oh, it's embarrassing to miss a dunk, but even more so when you're all by yourself.
Here's Lloyd. The fadeaway. Nails it from beyond the arc. Lloyd's got 6.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Baldwin. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Horde. He's defended by Hayes. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Baberovic. From deep. And Hayes good for 3. 12 points for him.
Hey, the D's got to be better. I mean, that's a high-quality look for him.
Here's the pick. Horde passes to Gabriel. Here's Horde. He's defended by Hayes. Fires from deep. And that one's good. Horde.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. And that one's good. Horde.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
Here's Baldwin. From outside, off the mark. Here's Horde. 17 points in the game. That's tipped. The 3. They get it back. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Screen by Marjanovic. Pass to Baldwin. Now here's Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
A minute 53 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Horde. The long distance 3 is buried. Horde's got 20.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his second in this half.
Melly, the pass to Baldwin. They set the pick from the arc. Connects from downtown. Baldwin's got 6 here in the quarter.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Baldwin's gotten it done so far from the field, making 4 of his 6 attempts. 1:10 left in the third. Here's Horde. Gets the 3 to fall. Give him 23.
And if you thought the break would slow him down, you were wrong. He remains red hot from deep.
And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You take a look at the home team. No movement for them, maintaining their top 10 spot.
When I look at this visiting team, they've done a fantastic job of developing team chemistry. Higher on this list than lots of people expected. One of my favorite stories so far.
Sinks the tray. Randolph's got 14 points for the game.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
3 points.
They absolutely want to add to what's already a big lead.
No question, B.A. No reason to let up. Just keep playing your game.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. There's a screen by Birch. Fires for 3. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. Here's Randolph. From downtown. No good on the shot. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. They lead by 13. And we'll be back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Birch, and Birch slams it in.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Birch has gone 2 for 3 from the field. Here's Randolph. Fires the 3. And he can't get that one. Randolph's gone 5 of 13 from the field. They set the pick. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Lloyd off the inbound pass. That shot off the mark.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Baldwin. Pass to Hayes. Shot clock at 5. To the inside.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
First team foul. Coming up the floor.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Here's Baldwin. 6 to shoot. Melly, the pass to Hayes. Uncovered. And that one is right through the hearts.
Assist goes to Nicolo Melli.
Hayes has gone a terrific 6 for 8 shooting from the floor. Here's Randolph. To the paint. Out to the right wing. Here's Lloyd. Down low. Pass to Randolph. Here's Ward. Misses, and the dry spell continues. And they're pushing it up. Here's Baldwin. Marjanovic passes to Hayes. Lets the 3 fly. Randolph grabs the miss. Here's Ward. Pass to Randolph. Here's Horde. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the final quarter. Baldwin, the pass to Marjanovic, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
You have to love their intensity right now, getting hot at the perfect time.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them.
Here's Lloyd. And there's the screen. Chalk up 2 there.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Lloyd's gotten 3 of his 5 to go tonight. Here's Baldwin. Shoots. Oh, they get a hand on it. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. There's a minute 26 left in the 4th. Lets it fly. And that one hits the back iron.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Randolph gets the bucket.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, That kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Pass to Hayes. 4-3. That won't fall. 6 for 10 from the floor now. Here's Lloyd. There's 45 seconds left to play in the fourth. And that one's good. Ward. Here's Baldwin. Can they get it? And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries. Pass to Randolph. Over to the wing. Here's Ward. Here's Gabriel. It's going to go the other way.
Part of passing the rock, it's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision. Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Into the lane. Baldwin's shot is good. 11 seconds left in the final quarter. Cuts off the pass.
Assist goes to the bench.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory.
everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Laverne, Harrison out there with Maladon. And it's Schofield in at the power forward position. Shot clock at 3. Here's Ajinça. Gabriel with the rebound. Pass to Hoare. Fires away from outside. Harrison with the rebound. Now here's Laverne. Fades away. Good work there as it goes. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Pass to Hoare. For the 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Harrison. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Gabriel. Here's Ford. No good from outside. Here's Schofield. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
Down low. Pass to Hoare. From deep. Tipped away. It's stolen by Ajinça. Now Laverne. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Here's Ford, and the 3 ball is good. Ford's got 6.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. On the free throw, no good. Out to the right wing. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And here's Ajinça. Maladon passes to Laverne. From outside, off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
3-pointer. They grab their own miss. Pass to Hoare. From deep 3-point land. Laverne grabs the miss.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Here's Maladon. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. The shot by Harrison, no good. Here's Ford. The 3-pointer, no good.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
And it's Ajinça missing. Pass to Hoare. From downtown, and for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they've started out slow. It's not for a lack of want to. It's just the way the roster is composed. They have as many questions on that roster as they have answers.
Shoots the 3, and that one's good. Boy.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
From the arc. He can't hit that time.
they've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Cohen, and the layup's good off the glass. Here's Ajinça. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Here's Randolph. Pass to Lloyd. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
Good on both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. They lead by a bucket, and the second quarter will be. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle is so important. They've been sharp so far, and it's showing up on the scoreboard.
Lloyd, it's tipped, and they'll keep possession. Outside for Randolph. Frames the three-pointer.
Drew the defense and made the proper read, hitting his teammates on the perimeter.
Here's DeCola. He's covered by Randolph. Buries the long-range jumper.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Pass to Lloyd. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Jackson. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Here's DeCola. Launches it. Rebounded by Lloyd. Here's Cohen. Hits it from three-point range. 5 points in the game. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Lee gets the bucket. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. They get it back. And DeColo kicks to Lee. Pass to DeColo. Clock at 6. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. On Monday, then on Wednesday. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Back to Randolph. It doesn't go for him. Here's DeCola. Takes a 3. Out to Lee. The 3. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Lloyd. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Lee gets the bucket. Lee's got his third basket of the night.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Here's Lloyd, covered by Lee. And that time, also a missed shot. Lloyd's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Outside for Jackson. Pass to DeColo. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence. Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Good on the triple.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Here's Randolph. Off target with his three.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Substitution on the court.
Jokibitis covered by Lee. They set the pick. Here's Ford. Over to the left wing. And he gets it back. To end the run. Struggling getting it in. That's his 7th miss in 9 shots.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
Lets it go with the three. Hits the three-point bomb.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Here's DeCola to the inside. Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Traps in the tray.
Nice start for him beyond the arc. He's already hit 3 triples, and I'm pretty sure there's more to come.
Here's DeColo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's tipped. With 4 seconds on the clock.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. They lead by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Taking a look at the visitors, they're dealing with some challenges, no doubt about it. They have talent, but maybe not as much as they thought.
All right, and next on the docket, our current matchup, a tight game for the visiting team.
Depth has been.
And that'll do it for.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Pass to Horde. 6 to shoot. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Away team ball.
They've got Harrison. He's out there with Maladon. And it's Schofield in at the 4-man position. It's good from long range. Harrison's gone 3 of 5 shooting from the floor. Here's Horde. Covered by Agenza. For the 3. And it's Horde missing. Here's Schofield. He has 5. Takes a 3. Maladon with the bucket.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
To the paint. Picked off in midair. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Schofield. Fires the 3. The shot will not fall. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Ajinsa's gone 1 of 4 from the field. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Horde. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Horde's got 12 points in the game.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Jokibitis, defended by Laverne. Just 5 on the clock. Gabriel can't get it to go. Pass to Maladon. Offensive rebound. Here's Ajinsa. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 5.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. With the CBA and new broadcasting deals both completed, league talk now turns to expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver says if you're a successful organization, I think it makes sense over time to continue to grow. There's no doubt that there are a lot of great cities we're interested in having in the NBA. Kevin?
So right, David, we could lay out 3, 4, 5 cities right now that would beg to have professional basketball. Horde, and he hits the jump shot. Horde's got 7 points here in this quarter. Horde's gotten 6 baskets in 14 attempts. Harrison passes to Schofield. Back to Harrison. Laverne with the ball. No good with the triple. 1:11 left in the third quarter. To the wing right side. Jokibitis. Here's Gabriel. Misses from close range. Gabriel's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. They're running from outside the arc. No good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Harrison with the rebound. Harrison's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jacks up a 3. Out to the wing. Here's Ajinsa. Pass to Harrison. Fires from deep. Buries the long-range jumper. Harrison's got 14.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Leading. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so out of bounds it goes. They'll keep possession.
Home team ball.
Here's Lloyd. Drains it from beyond the arc.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Here's DeCola. Outside Jackson. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Left side Randolph. Fires for 3. Cans it from downtown. Randolph's gone 2 for 3 from deep. There's Lee with the 3. Rebounded by Lloyd. Outside Randolph. Lee with the steal. Pass to DeColo. A finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
That's a pretty serious blow, guys. I mean, they are showing they want this game, staying active defensively and putting up some quick points.
Lee outside. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Shoots. That's good on the jump shot. Well, they've got some work to do to cut into this lead.
And no need to get away from the game plan, though. There's plenty of time to get back in.
Randolph's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Shoots it up. DeColo can't get it to go.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
There's Lee with the 3. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
There's the drive. And Lee with the stuff.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Here's Cohen. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
Good on the second free throw. And he makes all 3.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
And DeColo kicks to Jackson. Fires the 3. Randolph grabs the board. Jackson's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Ford. Adds in, coming off an assist from Randolph. Ford's got 9 points here in the second half. There's 1:54 left in the game. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Randolph looking around. Pass to Gabriel. Here's Ford. Covered by Agenza. From deep. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
They set the screen. Here's Schofield. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious 2-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Big 3 right there, especially at this point in the game.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer up.
Here's Lloyd. They get it again. Pass to Randolph. Out to the right wing. Gabriel. The pass to Cohen. Here's Lloyd. Just 3 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Laverne grabs the miss.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Here's DeColo. To the left wing. Here's Agenza. Sinks the triple.
That one's gonna be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
Mark it, time of death. Does that mean we get to officially enter garbage time? I vote hopefully yes.
Shots good by Horde. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. To the wing right side. From deep 3-point territory. He can't get that one to fall. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a...
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Teo Maladon, and it's Harrison in at the point guard position. There's the triple. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Now here's Hayes, guarded closely. The three is up. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Here's Laverne. Pure from three-point range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Pass to Marjanovic. Screen by Marjanovic. Inside. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Here's Harrison. Gets the three ball to go.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Screen by Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. Sinks it from distance.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And he drives in. Screen by Marjanovic. Baldwin, the pass to Hayes. Here's Baldwin. There's a screen. And he lobs it up to the rim. The steal. Here's Schofield. This one for three. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Pass to Hayes. Intercepted. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Oh, got that one up quick. He has 6.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful. And because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
To the inside. Three-pointer off the mark.
Well, he tries to answer with a three of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
Here's Schofield. And it's off from three-point range. Schofield's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
First free throw is good. Good on both.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Pass to Ajinça. Takes the three. Kept alive. Out to the wing. Maladon for 3. And the three-pointer goes. First quarter of action. Just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Ajinça. The 3 is up. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Here's Baldwin. Pass to Hayes. 1:10 left in the opening quarter. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is given.
Hayes has gone 1 for 2 from the three-point line. Here's Harrison. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. In transition, here they come. They set the screen. Three-pointer. Maladon grabs the miss. Beyond the arc. Not going to go that time.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Three-pointer. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. Here's Baberovic. It's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Hayes with a screen. Here's Baldwin. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. They lead by 8. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let them get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Pass to Guduric. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Melly. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Lets it fly. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Guduric with the bucket.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Here's Lee. Knocks it down from distance.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Driving inside. And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for one. Here's DeColo. Let's go with a three. On target from range. DeColo's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Back to Birch. To the left side wing. Three-pointer. It's not going to go for him. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Pass to Melly. From outside the arc. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Jackson with it. And there's a pick. He takes it in. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
I'll tell you what, their execution just continues to impress.
A minute 53 left in the second period. Pass to Guduric. Lets the three fly. Shot clock at 6. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Just 2 to shoot. Lets it fly. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Melly's got 7 now in this quarter.
Came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
He was all alone on that one.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
To the middle. And Burke slams it in.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Graham, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. For three. His first miss. 3 for 4 in this contest now. Oh, they pick off the pass. Jackson on the wing. From the arc. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. It's stolen away. Here's DeColo. No good on the 3. And they're on the run. Guterich with the bucket. He's got 5.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Pass to Melly. Shot clock at 5. To the paint. Tipped. Here's Lee. The 3 ball. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. They lead by 8. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
I have some research here that might explain everything. Apparently 3 is more than 2. They keep making 3s.
Taking a peek now at the upcoming. Thanks for joining us. Time.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Here's Harrison. They've got Hayes, and it's Peperovic in at the 2 guard. Harrison, no good.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
They've got Maladon, and it's Ajinça at the small forward position.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide-open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Schofield's shot is off. Schofield's gone just 1 for 4 from deep. Inside. 3 on 3. Beyond the arc. They get it again. Fires from deep. The shot no good.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they've talked about at halftime, it's not working.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Baldwin's shot is off. Baldwin's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Here's Laverne. Drills it from deep. 9 points in the game.
After an ugly 0 for 4 to start the half, they get 1 to fall.
Now here's Hayes. He's covered closely. Here's the 3. Parries it from 3. Hayes has got 6 points.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading 3s back and forth.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
3 points.
And if they're going to make a move, this is a good time to start.
And there's still plenty of time, but they definitely don't want to let this game get too far out of hand. A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. It's hauled in by Peperovic.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
There's a screen. Lets it go from deep. Fires in the triple. Baldwin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
That one falls. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Here's Hayes, and finished off by Hayes.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Here's Baldwin. Give him 8 points now. Back to Hayes. Just 4 to shoot.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Launches it. The rebound by Harrison. Pass to Schofield. Puts up a 3. He drops it from range. Schofield's got his second basket of the game.
Tough period. I mean, he's just 1 for 5 in this frame, struggling to get back on track.
Here's Baberovic. Spins. The 3 is up. Now here's Hayes. The D's right on him. To the inside. Pass to Baberovic. Marjanovic passes to Hayes. Fires for 3. He buries it from 3. Hayes has got 11 points.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Here's Harrison. It's hauled in by Marjanovic.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Pass to Baberovic. Screen by Marjanovic. Shoots. And he wills that one in. Sinking it right through the back of the iron. 5 points in the game. Baberovic has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Harrison, the pass to Schofield. Here's Harrison. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Baberovic. Baberovic has got 5 rebounds in the game.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
It's picked off. Over to the left wing. Here's Laverne. Offline with a 3. Pass to Guduric. Back to Birch. And Birch slams it in.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. There's a screen by Birch. And he goes in for the dunk.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play. Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Away team foul. Second personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's a screen. Knocked loose. Pass to Marjanovic. Screen by Marjanovic. Clock at 6.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Here's Baberovic. Pass to Baldwin. To take the lead. Second shot opportunity. Now here's Hayes. Here's Baberovic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Here's DeColo. No good with a layup. To the left side wing. From deep. Hits a three-pointer.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Pass to Baberovic. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. DeColo knocks down the long J.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. To the middle. Off target at the rim. And here comes the break. Here's Jackson. They get it back. Here's Lee. Three-pointer. Counted from distance.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Lee's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Baldwin's shot is off. And they're running. Lee misses. No one near him. Perfect. Right between the eyes on that one. The visitors with the ball. Here's DeColo. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Jackson on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark. Jackson's gone just 1 for 4 so far. Pass to Baldwin. And there's the drive. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Here's DeColo. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
He's been red hot. It's like one of those days when it seems like he can't miss.
And his shooting is the only reason this game is as close as it is. He's been Mr. Reliable offensively.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
From behind the arc. And it goes. That makes him 9 for 13 now.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
.35 seconds left to play in the fourth. Puts up a deep 3. That one is off. And a comeback here looking very unlikely.
Absolutely everything would have to go their way at this point.
Here's Baberovic. It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. Here's DeColo. Fires from way outside. Oh, what a shot! That was from way downtown. The visiting club takes the win on the road. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stoked.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Horde. The three. Buries it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Releases. Marjanovic passes to Colson. Five on the clock. Throws it up high. It's tipped. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Pass to Lloyd.
Home team foul. Colson. First personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Gabriel. Here's Horde. And the three off target. And they're pushing it up. Here's Biberovic. Pass to Colson. There's a screen by Marjanovic. 5 to shoot. A nice shot by Melli.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Horde. A 3-ball. And the 3-ball is good. Horde's got 6.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Taken away. Fast break. Here we go. Pulls up for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
Pass to Colson. Launches a 3. Drills the 3-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Lloyd the pass to Horde. Jokibitis tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Pass to Melli, right wing.
Away team foul. Number 9. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Inside. The layup off target. Melli's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Pass to Horde. 3-pointer. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. Horde's gone 3 of 4, shooting 75% from deep here. Lets it go from deep. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
To the right side. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Here's Colson. That's tipped. Pass to Horde. Here's Gabriel. Guarded by Marjanovic. Here's Lloyd. Kept alive. Out to the right wing. Drills it from outside.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Shoots the 3. It's good for his 2nd make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Pass to Horde. Drops one in from the wing. Horde's got 11 points.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. Beyond the arc. Horde grabs the board.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. 14 points for him.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it together.
Connects from 3-point range.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
So as we end. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
We've got Hayes, and it's Baldwin in at the 1 spot. Nailed from 3-point land. Gutterich just got himself on the board with 3 there.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Down low. Outside Randolph. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
3 points.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
They get it back. And he jams it with authority.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Now, here's Randolph over to the wing. The three. Randolph missing again.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Good on the three-point shot.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Here's Baldwin. Nothing on the board. No problem knocking that one down.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Here's Randolph. No good on the triple.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Now here's Hayes. He's covered by Randolph. The shot's good from Hayes.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
On Wednesday, then on Thursday.
And for that game against Athens, this is what the fans have been wanting to see. 2 of the best teams in the league duking it out, and you know whoever gets the win is going to be viewed as the team to beat.
Now here's Randolph. 5 points in the game. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Baldwin looking for the opening. Misses in close. Baldwin's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the NBA again set records for attendance. Overall, arenas were filled to 98% of capacity. Commissioner Adam Silver says we're in a great position. You almost can't fit more people in our arenas. Kevin, he made it clear the area for growth is in media and especially in mobile viewing.
And you know this, directly to the fan. I mean, my goodness, all the different ways you can consume the game. It's beautiful. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first half. There's the screen. Launches it. The offensive rebound. Birch's shot's good. Birch has got 4 this quarter.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Cuts off the pass. Only 1 man back on D. Finished off the break.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Outside Randolph. Off target at the rim. He's covered by Randolph. Out to the right wing. To the inside. Score the basket, his 2nd of 2 attempts.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
To the right side. From downtown. That one no good. Now Hayes. There's a good screen. Gets it off. And it's, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And a huge three there to chop the lead down as we go into the break. Still anyone's game.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Up by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. They've got Marjanovic, and it's Biberovic in a 2-guard.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Back to Marjanovic. Plays it up and banks it in.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And that one's good. Lloyd's got 5 now.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Pass to Biberovic. Six on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. About 1 minute played here in the second half. And that one's good. Lloyd.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Here's Colson. Pass to Melly. They set the pick. Three-pointer. Cranes the three-pointer. 5 points in the game.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Here's Horn. He's got 17. To Lloyd. The tray gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lloyd's got 10 points in the quarter.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Out in his own on the break. The big dunk at the end of the break.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but I don't like to see it when the game is this close.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. To the wing on the left. This one for 3. And it's Ford missing.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
1:44 left here in the third quarter. Here's Colson. He has 5. Horde grabs the board. Horde's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lloyd the pass to Gabriel. And he dunks it down.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Here's Lloyd, and he's good on the 3-ball. Lloyd's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. Driving the lane, and that one's good. Biberovic.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Lloyd. Misses off the right iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a break that he can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Colson's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. And that one's good. Lloyd's got 16.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Pass to Melly. There's the triple. And that one released in time, but no good. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Baldwin, and it's Birch in at the 5. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Baldwin. Randolph's gotten just 4 of his 10 shots to fall here, shooting 40%. From past the arc, a 3-pointer is right on target.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
He takes it in, and that one good.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And so he hits both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Into the lane, and Randolph throws it down.
That was earthquake-ish. No such thing as a run-of-the-mill finish when we're talking about that young man.
Greg, he is a unique player in terms of his creativity around the rim.
As good as anybody in our league.
Oh, power and grace in one package, fellas.
Here's Baldwin. The shot, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Cohen, and the 3-ball is good.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shootout this team.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. And they pick up 2.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Right side, Randolph. Here's Cohen. Back to Randolph. Pass to Hoare. Clock at 6. From the arc. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randolph. Ford's got 22 points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Out left to the wing. And here comes the break.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
Checking in for the away team, William Gabriel.
1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Lloyd. Here's Horn. Forward by Birch. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Gutteridge. Pass to Baldwin for 3. Drills the three-pointer.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
To the wing right side. 58 seconds left in the fourth. And it's Ford missing. And they're desperately trying to get this game back within reach.
And with very little time to spare. You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
Here's Lloyd. Yes!
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Boy, the and one is big, making this now a 2-possession game.
Here's Baldwin. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the foul.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. 1-possession game now.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Here's Lloyd. It falls!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Fires from way outside. Offline. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.